Guys, I messed up. A trip radar came in. Hey, it's your girl Cheyenne. We are going on a ride along tonight. We're gonna be going out for about 2 hours. It's gonna be a quick, short one, and I'm gonna do some groceries in between there too. So this is what I like to do: go out and make some money while I spend some money. So I got this first order here to go and pick it up at this Asian restaurant over here. It was a small order, so it wasn't anything too crazy. And now I got this skip order that I'm dropping off. I'm assuming it's ice cream because it's Dairy Queen. And we'll see if I can get something at the bottom of Vaudreuil to bring me back to the top, because the grocery store that I want to go to is at the top of Vaudreuil. So let's see what we can get done.
Several days later.
Happy Friday! As Joeezy says, it's Friday then! It's Saturday, Sunday, yeah! I swear, I love his Friday videos just because he plays that song. Anywho, it is Friday, and we're going out for about 2 hours tonight because Timmy has to go into work, so maybe 2-3 hours. So first, I turned on Uber, and I immediately got this order, and I was like, oh, it's actually good. Let me go get it. I'm used to, like, declining so many orders. What are you doing, dude? This guy cuts me off, and then he's, like, cutting to go the other way. Does not know what he's doing.
Technical term is road rage.
Anywho, I was like, whoa, it's actually a good order. So I accepted it, and now I'm on my way to go pick it up. They've been trying to send me a bunch of add-ons, but they weren't good. So let's see if they try to send me another one. Let's go make some money. So I got an order from Skip, which is usually considered like a small order because the customer really only tipped like $2, not even maybe. So when I went to Dairy Queen, note to self, it's starting to get nice now. Dairy Queen is ridiculous. So that was not fun. I had to wait, and I got this double with Uber at the same time. And I was like, ooh, I gotta pass one of the Uber restaurants to drop off the Skip order. So it works out perfectly. But then I had to wait. So I was about to unassign the Skip order when they called the customer's name and said that it was ready. So I was like, okay, so I dropped it off, rushed it over to Wendy's. The order was ready, surprisingly, because I have to wait a lot at Wendy's. And went to La Belle et Le Boeuf, and the order was ready. I was like, what? I'm only like 4 minutes. I think I was like 4 minutes behind in timing, based on like Uber and all that, like when they say how long it's gonna take and everything like that. So whatever, I got them both dropped off, and now I am going to pick up the Skip order, and we'll see what else we can get. I was debating about this order because it's very close to $1 per kilometer before Skip puts in the $4 gear, like gear up, boost pay, peak pay, whatever you want to call it. But you know, I decided why not take it. Ready. Wait, what is this doing here? Okay, so did you notice that the customer has a shopping cart in front of her door? I've delivered to her many times, but a shopping cart? So we're hiding the pickup info now? Do you see these disrespectful offers that Uber's sending? Like, that is just, I don't know how you expect someone to go over a bridge. It's actually a bridge, and like 2 bridges for $3. Come on, Uber. This is insane. Oh my goodness. Now I'm on my way to pick up the sushi order because it was the only thing that came in. That was good. So this girl's here doing, I'm assuming, TikTok videos. She just had a basketball. No. Keep going, girl. Bounce that ball, bounce that ball, bounce that ball. Oh, oh, I see you, I see you, I see you. Get those moves. What are you doing now? What is that? Guys, I messed up. A trip radar came in, and I was like, oh, but this is 1280 for like 8 point something kilometers. I'm like, and it says Vaudreuil, so it's staying in my area, right? That's not too bad. I completely forgot that it still considers the boonies, where I haven't been in a very long time, Vaudreuil. So once I accepted it, I was like, okay, Google, where is this cross street? And I was like, no, it's going close to Saint Lazare. That's the boonies, because there's nothing over there. So it's dead miles to come back. So then I was like, okay, like just cancel it. And then immediately I got an add-on for 9 something for an additional like 4 kilometers. So I was like, fine. Hopefully it wasn't like 4 going deeper in. And it wasn't. It's just going a little bit more north, but whatever. Oh my gosh. Rookie mistake. Man, couldn't see the map. But Dairy Queen was ready and Quesada was ready. So it was just like going to both restaurants, which were right next to each other, picking them up, and now I'm dropping off the first order. I'm literally at the end of the area. Sure, I don't need to know where I'm picking up from or going. I'm back into civilization, guys. Oh my goodness. It took me about 40 minutes to complete the order and get back into civilization, so it wasn't that bad. We'll see what it ends up being at the end. And then I drove through the restaurants, but the orders that were coming in were bringing me way too far away from the house. And if you remember, I said I have to come home because Timmy has to go into work tonight. So that is it for me tonight. I will be back tomorrow. For you, it will be 2 seconds. For me, it will be all night. See you tomorrow.
The next day.
It's Saturday. It is not in the morning though. I was not feeling good today. So I decided to stay in, and then at around like 5:30, I was like, I should go out there at least for a few hours and see what I can get done. Because last night was decent. Even though it was quiet at one point, it was decent. I made a good amount. So I came out here when I got an order from home. That's what I like to do. Turn on my apps at home because I live within the area that I'm doing my delivery. So it's perfect. And I got this order from Skip and I was like, oh, it's not big, but whatever, I'll go do it. And I was going to be driving that way anyways to go towards where all the restaurants are. So I got that order. First of all, it was a huge mix up. It was a different name on the order, but it was my order. So whatever. They had a mistake. They fixed it, whatever. And then I came back and I sat and waited and waited and waited. Uber's like, they're just horrible orders. Let's see this. Like that order. Who's doing that? You're driving into the middle of nowhere for less than $1 per kilometer, and then you gotta drive back. Anyhow, so I was waiting, and then finally I got this Uber order, and I was like, it's not big, but it's worth it. And then I went to Quesada to pick it up. They didn't even start the order. As I walked in, the girl's like, dude, did you do your Uber orders? And he's like, Uber orders? We have Uber orders? She's like, you have 2. You mean to tell me you saw that he has 2 orders and you didn't tell him or notice, like, because there was nobody in the restaurant? Hey, you have orders to do. Maybe you should get on them or whatever. Anyways. So I waited for the order because nothing else was coming in. And all my other apps were on because this was such a small order that I was like, hey, if something better comes in, I'm going to cancel this. Nothing came in. Nothing. Uber tried to stack it with a whole bunch of like $4 orders and $5 orders, like additional. And I was like, I'm not doing that. Already I'm doing this tiny thing. I'm not doing that other tiny thing. And now I'm waiting. So I'm thinking I might go home. Even though I only been out here for not even an hour. I might go home and do my daughter's hair because I have to braid her hair. And relax for the rest of the night and then come out tomorrow. Let's see this one. We found the ginger. I cannot scan. Skip scanning. Enter 2. Finally, it's working now. It wasn't working before. This is the weirdest order. It's an Oreo, like, kind of like Blizzard type thing, milkshake thing, and a bottle of water. That's it.
The next day.
Hey, it's Sunday now, and we came out. I was like, ooh, it is quiet. But then I got this small order going to Wendy's, and I was like, nothing else is coming in. Might as well do it. And then I got an add-on, and I was like, it's a small add-on, but it really says like an additional 6 minutes. Whatever, I'll do it. First of all, the first order was not done. The second order was done. And I had to wait so long for that first order because it was the chicken breast that they were cooking. I swear, I got so annoyed with how long I was actually waiting inside of Wendy's. Finally dropped off both. The drop-offs were quick. I had to pass the second customer's house to get to the first one. So that's why Uber made me drop it off that way. But man, the time wasted. When I was done everything, I was like, it's 5:40 something. Didn't I get this order at 5 o'clock? How did I spend 40 minutes? I swear it was like 40, if not like 30 to 35 minutes on an order that's only paying me like $12. That's no bueno in my book. So now I have this DoorDash order that I'm gonna go do. And this water level, the water levels over here are crazy high, like ridiculously high. A lot of places are talking about flooding warnings, and they're telling people where they can go and get the sandbags and all that kind of stuff. But like, there's a lot of houses that are off the water. It's low. Like, I'm seeing water in people's backyards. You see the municipal pumps all over the place. Like, it's dangerous right now. How is it where you are? Do you ever have like issues with water accumulation or anything like that when winter is done? So now all the ice is melting. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's water accumulating behind this house. Look. Oh my gosh. It's so high. There's so much water everywhere. It is insane. Well, I did that DoorDash shop and deliver. The customer was super, super nice. The shop went really easily. Then I came back into my area and I got an Uber order, which I was like, oh, okay, it's a decent order, fine. And immediately I got the Skip order, which, by the way, did you see my Skip acceptance rate's at 80%? I don't know how this happens because I don't get a lot of Skip orders and I only take decent ones with Skip, so it's kind of weird, but whatever. So they topped it up and I got the $4 on top of that, so it was a $12 order. So now I guess technically, unless like I decline and then go back down, every order is going to be minimum $12 with Skip, which is awesome. And now I'm going to go pick up this Uber order. Let's go to shawarmas. I still need to try their food. And there's like a will you be my bridesmaid type of party in Royal Tandoori. It's so cute. They had balloons and everything before. So I got this Uber order. I went to pick it up. It was ready, but the bag feels like it's been sitting there for a while. It came in, I think it was $6.50 for 3 kilometers or whatever it is. Huh? Kind of weird. So whatever. I'm on my way to drop it off. Customer lives 5 minutes away from the restaurant. And let's see what else we can get done. I just got a DoorDash like ping. And I was debating, I was like, oh, shop and deliver, it's only 9 items for $25, but it's going 10 kilometers away and like far, like I'd be far away. So I contemplated, but in the end I didn't take it. I'm at Pizza. This is the first time ever. I walked in and actually I got here and I was doing something in the car and I'm like, okay, now let me go in. Another 10 more minutes. 10 minutes? Woo! Okay. All right. So I guess we'll see. I don't know. I have the other apps on, but nothing's coming through. So I guess I'll wait this one out. But wow, 10 more minutes. That's crazy. I was about to come home and I got this Uber order and I was like, oh, it's small. Fine. I'll take it. Whatever. Maybe they'll stack it and I'll get another quest. And then I got the Skip order and I was like, sure, I'll take this one. I get to a mirror. They were so busy. So I had to wait for both orders. Dropped off the first one. It was super like simple, whatever. Dropped off the second one. Couldn't find the customer's house. One house that I thought it was, it's like condos, but like it was a basement apartment because the light was on. I look, I'm like, oh, that looks similar. I get close, I'm like, no, that says $659 and I'm looking for $669. So it looks very similar, but it was in the same place. So I pulled out my flashlight and I was like, okay, time to start shining on some houses. So, and I was like looking, and I was like, oh, okay, it has to be this one. And I shined on it, and yes, it was that one. But please, customers, put on your lights. Like, it was so dark. But now I'm home. It's 10:20 and I'm home. It's late. It's really late because I still have to do my workout. But got it done. I will tally everything up. We will see how much money we made for this week. It was really only this weekend, but whatever. We will see how much money that we made.
Not too bad.
While I was at a mirror, I saw a driver that was there. I didn't know she was a driver at first. What was that? It's like those little bugs for the lights. Anyways, I didn't know she was a driver at first. I just saw that she was smiling at me when I walked in. And then after she came to me and she was like, oh, you're doing Skip? Because I had a Skip bag. And I was like, yeah. She's like, but they said Uber? I'm like, yeah, I'm doing both because, you know, the Uber customer is just not even 2 minutes away and the Skip customer is really far. So I can drop off both. She's like, oh, so you're signed up with both? I'm like, I'm signed up with all of them. Uber, Skip, DoorDash, Instacart, Cornershop, all of them. And she was like, oh my goodness, how do you do it? I'm like, well, it's simple. Like, you know, since we're independent contractors, you get to decide which one that you accept. She's like, with DoorDash too? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, Uber too? I'm like, yeah, we're independent contractors. So if an order comes in and I don't want it, I just decline it. So let's say if I take one order and it's going, let's say east, and then I have another one that comes in that's going west, well, I'm not going to take both. So then I'll pause and finish up the other one. But if I have 2 orders going in the same direction, I will do it. So then she's like, oh my goodness, that's so confusing. And I was like, it's really not that confusing. Like, you just have to know your market. So I would suggest, if you have any questions about multi-apping and how to do multi-apping, check out this video here because I kind of break it down. It's a really old video, but it still kind of follows the same process that I'm still doing right now. And you will see how you can multi-app safely without risking deactivation. That's important. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.